So it seems like the ANC nationally is not happy about how Panyaza Lesufi has been moving lately. The ANC is not happy about the public utterances of Panyaza Lesufi that are critical of the government of national unity. I mean, we all know that Panyaza Lesufi is totally against the idea of the government of national unity. Me personally, I believe that Panyaza Lesufi is still trying to come to terms with the fact that the ANC has lost the elections nationally. The ANC has also lost the elections in Gauteng. But Panyaza Lesufi and his people in Gauteng, they are behaving as if the ANC has won the elections in Gauteng. We still remember what happened and what actually led to the DA pulling out of the potential coalition with the ANC in Gauteng, because the ANC wanted to keep majority of the MECs as if they have won the elections. And the DA said, no, why do you guys think that you can keep majority of the MECs when you didn't win the elections? 10 MECs, 3 for the DA, 4 for ANC, 3 for other political parties. This is how the Gauteng government was supposed to be set up. But Panyaza Lesufi and his people in Gauteng, they said, no, we are going to pretend like we have won the elections, and if the DA is not going to come and help us pretend like we have won the elections, we can do it on our own. So the DA ended up pulling out of the potential coalition with the ANC in Gauteng because the ANC wanted to pretend like they have won the elections in Gauteng. So according to this article, the ANC Gauteng chairperson and Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi found himself called to Luthuli House by ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula on Monday. Lesufi was summoned to answer for his public remarks that are critical of the government of national unity and the coalition agreements in local municipalities following the national and provincial elections. Lesufi's comments have sparked debates and come at a time when ANC is grappling with a significant political and electoral challenges. In a letter addressed to Lesufi, Mbalula expressed concerns, stating that Lesufi's public utterances clearly go against the resolutions made by the National Executive Committee. This move comes as the ANC seeks to establish a united front amidst coalition complexities and internal discord. The implications of Lesufi's remarks highlight balancing act the ANC faces as it navigates coalition politics in the wake of electoral setbacks. So we all know again that Panyaza Lesufi has been on a media tour to basically discredit the government of national unity. Panyaza Lesufi has been on a media tour to actually tell South Africans of how much he hates the idea that the ANC is working with the Democratic Alliance, and the ANC is not even supposed to be working with the Democratic Alliance. So recently Panyaza Lesufi did an interview with Sizwe Mpofu Walsh, and he also spoke about the Democratic Alliance, and I think that these are some of the utterances that are making the ANC nationally to be worried and to say, Panyaza Lesufi, please man, stop sabotaging us. We are working with the DA because the deal with the EFF and Umkhonto Wesizwe could not be done. Please come to terms with the fact that we have lost the elections. Please come to terms with the fact that right now we are working with the DA. So Panyaza Lesufi recently went to Sizwe Mpofu Walsh to speak about the DA, and this is some of the things that he actually said about the DA.
We remain strong. The DA is not a branch of the ANC. Helen Zille is not a member of the ANC. And the African National Congress must be given space and time to resolve its internal issues. It can't be pressurized by outsiders, where even a senior editor of a publication have the nerve to instruct our president to say, remove this one. It's not a good black one, this one. The others leave them. They're good, black, they're cooperating. Only this one. The apartheid regime undermined my father. The apartheid regime took over my brother. The apartheid regime refused me to choose a career that I loved. The apartheid regime denied my family an opportunity to be a better family because they took somebody who was about to be a breadwinner out of that family. We've gone through pain. But what did we say? We want to live together with you. We didn't say you have oppressed us. We didn't say you have thrown us in homelands. We didn't say you have denied us good education. It's our turn to oppress you. We said, regardless of the pain that we've taken through, we are prepared to stay with you. Those that we say we are prepared to stay with you are showing us the middle finger. Say, according to their culture, they don't want to stay with us, regardless of the pain that they've had. They've killed our brothers in June 16 in Soweto on the basis of language. Today, they want to behave as if they don't know why June 16 was there. It was a language thing.
So Panyaza Lesufi has been very clear that, man, this idea of the ANC working with the DA, it does not actually sit well with him. For variety of reasons, he actually hates the fact that the DA is working with the ANC. I think if Panyaza Lesufi was in the shoes of President Ramaphosa, the DA would be nowhere near the governance. Panyaza Lesufi would have done anything in his power to actually ensure that the ANC works with the EFF and Umkhonto weSizwe. I mean, last week we remember that Helen Zille, the federal chair of the DA, sent a letter to Fikile Mbalula and David Makura telling them that, guys, we want you to reinstate the mayor of the city of Tshwane, Silas Brink. If you don't do that, the DA, it is not going to cooperate with you in other hung municipalities. And also in that letter, the Helen Zille actually expressed his frustrations with the ANC for not being able to actually put Panyaza Lesufi on the leash. The Helen Zille wrote a letter to the ANC saying, Helen, please, man, guys, please do something about Panyaza Lesufi, because right now he seems like he is undermining the ANC nationally. Even last week, this is some of the things that Helen Zille was speaking about, that Panyaza Lesufi is doing as he please in Gauteng, and the ANC nationally, they seem not to have teeth to actually put Panyaza Lesufi in on a leash. So today morning, Helen Zille did an interview on Newsroom Live, and they actually spoke about Panyaza Lesufi and his role in actually undermining the work that the ANC and the DA is trying to do.
Panyaza Lesufi, the provincial chairperson of the ANC in Gauteng, and the argument that has been put forward and some of your members in the party describing the ANC in Gauteng as being a mafia. Where do you stand now on your understanding around the decision that was taken in Tshwane, specifically around the removal of Celia Brink, because his argument was that this was a decision that was taken at a national level?
Well, you know, you've got to believe who you believe. I mean, obviously, there's huge tension between Panyaza Lesufi and the National ANC. That is why he was summoned to Luthuli House on Monday to explain his comments and to explain what he'd said and done. So, you know, there's huge tension and a huge difference of opinion about how to proceed. And I do know that the National ANC wants to achieve stability in the metros. And I know that we were talking about how we did that. And I know Panyaza has refused to cooperate with that project.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? How is he refusing to cooperate with that project?
Well, by sponsoring and supporting a motion to take out our mayor in Tshwane. And that hardly enables stability to happen in that city. We're making good progress in fixing the finances there, which is the foundation for everything else that has to happen there. And unfortunately, now that progress is going to end.
Yeah. Again, his argument is that that was a national decision of the ANC for them to go ahead with that motion of no confidence and supporting it.
I think you need to ask the ANC that question. My understanding is that the National ANC was not keen on that.
Okay, what's your understanding then about the ANC nationally not being keen on it? What do you understand where the ANC nationally stood on this matter?
Well, you need to ask the ANC about where the ANC stands.
Sure, I'm asking about your understanding.
Yeah, my understanding was that the National ANC was keen to have stability pacts in all of the major metros. And that means we would leave the ANC's mayor in Ekurhuleni, and they would leave our mayor in Tshwane, etc., etc. And then Lesufi didn't want to play ball.
Mm-hmm. When you speak about national, are you able to share the names at a national level? Who are those people?
Well, everybody knows who we've been negotiating with, and everybody knows who the key negotiators are that have been designated by the ANC. So it's the same team that were negotiating the government of national unity, and they did so successfully. You'll remember that after having negotiated a government of national unity, when we went now down to the provinces, we couldn't get an agreement in Gauteng because Lesufi just refused to make us a fair offer. I mean, we only were 6 percentage points behind the ANC in Gauteng, that's all. And they wanted to give us 3 meaningless portfolios with 2% of the budget and stuff like that. I mean, he wasn't serious. He didn't want us in the coalition. That's the point. And we saw that he was running counter to the national ANC very quickly at that point.
Yeah.
So I guess we will see if the ANC can actually put Panyaza Lesufi in a leash, because it seems like the ANC themselves, they are quite worried about the route that Panyaza Lesufi has decided to take. They are worried that Panyaza Lesufi might mess everything for them. So I don't know if the ANC will be able to put Panyaza Lesufi on a leash or what. I don't know, guys. Please tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.